So I'm going to meet my brother for a lunch. And then after that, I'm going out with friends. And this is the outfit that I'm wearing. It's not fully accessorized, but yeah. And now I'm opening my heatless skulls. And you can also see that how they turn out in like real time. There's no cuts in between. Well, so this is the bones, and you can see it's a bit puffy here, so I'm gonna use the serum. Then do like this. So I'm gonna. So let's talk about me. Well, I have, been studying in hostel like since my childhood. Like I went to hostel in grade 6, and I went to Missouri International School till grade 10th. I was there. Then I went to Indus International School in Bangalore. Well, if you ask me how was my, life in hostel, you can say that I learned a lot of things. Like I learned how to be independent. And, you know, however, there are a lot of things that only you can learn when you're like, studying in an environment where you don't have any kind of support. Like I didn't have my parents with me all the time, so you start to learn how to take care of yourself. Plus, when you're at home, you get to eat all the delicious food, but in hostel you don't get to do that. You have to like eat whatever they give. You can't be picky eater, because plus you need to be very punctual and disciplined, because whenever you get late, the food they would pick it up and they won't even like bring back the food. So you need to be on time all the time, otherwise you'll miss your time for eating and you won't get your food. Well, so we used to get TV time every Saturday and Sunday, and only on the condition that you do your laundry on time and you get, you apply oil on your hair, and then you kind of get braids done, and then you get the remote. So I used to be that kid who used to do the laundry so fast so that I get the best spot and I get the remote, because if you have the remote, that means you can watch whatever you like, and people can't like force you that they don't watch this, don't do that. You have the remote and the TV to yourself and your friends, obviously. So I used to do my laundry so fast, and I used to go to my house mother that I've done my laundry. I've like applied oil on my and I've braided my hair properly, and I used to get the, you know, remote of the TV, and I used to be the so-called good kid. But yeah, everyone knows that every kid is not so good all the time. I also had my fair share of scoldings from my house mother. And I got to like learn a lot from them, like being punctual. However, the worst thing about hostel, which I hated the most, was waking up at 5:30 getting ready for morning PE. It used to be Zumba and yoga alternative days. I hated yoga the most. Zumba was like very enjoyable because they used to play songs like Work by Rihanna and all these good songs they used to play. And I really, really enjoyed all those kind of songs. However, one one day I didn't feel like going for my yoga class. So I was like, so there used to be like slopes, okay? My dorm, so you had to like climb a slope and get down a slope to go to the field. So I didn't intentionally slip all the I didn't do it like all the time, but yeah, the times when I actually didn't feel like doing. So there was once a Sanskrit teacher who was like, if you pray to God and say the Sanskrit mantra, it'll start raining. Because if it starts raining, there was no PE. It used to get cancelled. So me and my roommates used to like pray to God through that mantra. that we don't want the PE. And it actually worked twice, just twice after. Like, I think we just got lucky those 2 days, but than that it never helped us out. But yeah, we believed our teacher and we kind of used to pray all the time, but it just worked twice. And Missouri is known for like monkeys, and it's also called the queen of hill stations, right? Hills. So there were a lot of monkeys. And once I remember that I was walking and my sports captain was like walking as well, but she just stood there and a langur came down and slapped her on the face. And I was like, yeah, monkeys did slap people. And that was my first time, like, seeing a monkey slap someone. And it was kind of wow thingy. However, it was all right. Now I'm like contouring my like nose and my face. Oh, yeah, I was talking. So basically, like, I hated all those things about my hostel. And there were sometimes I hated the food too. But I can't help it. I remember I was such a picky eater. I used to hate, home food like dal, chawal, ghar ka. I used to hate a lot. But when I came here, I just got used to like, and when I went back home, my parents were so surprised seeing me eat dal chawal, and I was asking for a seconds. So my parents were so surprised, and they're like, "Okay, sending her to hostel didn't make sense." And I was a bit sad. I'm like, "Did you just send me so that I wouldn't become a picky eater?" And then that was the point. And then there was one time which was like the most beautiful view I got to watch, which was, see, Masuri has the best views because it's like the Queens of Hill, right? So the sky used to be pink and orange. It used to be very, very pretty. So me and my friends used to like kind of sometimes go to the pharmacy as an excuse, and we used to bunk our study times, which was from like 5 to 6 as I remember. And then we used to bunk that, and then we used to like tell our house mother that we are not feeling well, and we used to go. And the fact is that our house mother kind of knew that we were kind of bunking, because all of us can't be sick at the same time, can we? But yeah, one of us genuinely used to be sick, and that is how, because we used to check, our temperature and everything. So the one who was actually sick used to be the first one to get their, checkup done. So the fever rate would come like exactly how, you wanted it. So we used to pretend like everyone has fever, sort of like that. And we used to like go, and then, our house mother used to be like, okay, you can go. But you used to have like, if you don't have permission of house mother, then you couldn't go. So that was the thing. You need to be on good terms with your house mother, guys, if you actually thinking of going to like a hostel. You need to be on good terms with the house mothers, because they are gonna, be all the time with you and help you out all the time, because your parents are not gonna be there. So you just got to be on good terms with them. If you're not, that's fine too. But you get the power when you have a house mother with you. Well, there were some house mothers who didn't like me too, and there were some who loved me. So it depends, basically. And yeah, you're gonna meet some bitchy seniors as well who are gonna bully you. Well, let me be honest, bullying is there everywhere. It was there in my hostel too. But it was the way how you tackle it. I remember once it was an incident that some seniors used to come to our dorm, used to be like, we need shampoo. And they used to not even ask us, and they used to like just open our drawers and wardrobes, and they used to take our shampoo bottles and vanish off. And I just kind of felt like, see, my parents are not paying for them, like not buying stuff for them. They basically, want to provide their kids with whatever they need. So why am I obliged to, give my stuff to them? So one day I got really mad, and we used to be allowed to have iPods, like for listening music, Sunday, Saturday, and you used to give it back at Sunday night to the house mother. And once what happened, the same scenario, the senior came on Saturday night. So I had my iPod with me. So basically, the senior came and started opening, and I was like, I don't want to give it. And then they started like bullying me, kind of like, we can punish you, sort of things. I was like, fine, sure, you can do that. And then they're like, okay. The next day, they called me and they, asked me to run the ground for like 20 minutes, and the ground is huge, like literally it'll take for one round to be done in 5 minutes, and they wanted me to complete 20 rounds. And I couldn't back then because I was really, fat, and I didn't like it. So then what happened was they were punishing me, and I went to my house captain because house captains are basically from grade 12, and the ones who were bullying me were from grade 10. So I kind of thought that if I go to my house captain and complain, maybe it'll help me out. However, the captains were also very bitchy and were in the same team as those bullies in the grade 10. Then I understood that everyone doesn't care about you or is not going to help you, even though they have power there. So you've got to be careful all the time. Then I was like, okay, if you're not going to be like helping me out, then I was like, fine. Then I sort of thought of a plan, and I used my smart brains. So I actually kind of, you can record things on your like iPod. So I started recording things when they were like talking. So my house captain was like, why are you being such a cheap person? And why you can't share? So they literally told the bullies of grade 10 that don't take it from her, take it from other kids. I'm like, so you think that, we juniors of them are here to like provide them with what they don't have? So that is what used to happen a lot. However, as I told you, I kind of, had the recordings. So I went to the house mother. And the house captain was also, mixed in all this. So the house mother was like, okay, okay, they won't do anything. House mother was also taking the side of the house captain. Then I thought, okay, house mother told me to delete the thing. I was like, okay, I'll delete it. But I just pretended to delete it. However, I did not delete it. So next day I went to the principal and I showed the recording. And then yeah, after that the bullies were called, the house captain was called, and yeah, they did go through a bit of scoldings, but and I did get in wrong terms with all those seniors. But I used to like those seniors. But if you're doing bad things to me and you're misusing, other people for your own needs, I think that is not correct. Now I'm gonna like wipe off the cream or any kind of product which is on my eyebrows, because otherwise, what you're gonna apply on eyebrows is not gonna look good or flattering. I'm gonna push my eyebrows down. That's how it works out for me. And I'm gonna shape it. Well, I usually just like filling. I don't like, creating shapes of sort because I don't, trim my eyebrows or get it made because I'm trying to grow them right now. Because my one experience was so bad that I once went to get my eyebrows made, and that person actually made my eyebrows two different shapes, which was terrifying and horrific experience for me because I'm into like makeup and all these things, and if I have two different shapes of my eyebrows, it's not going to look good, is it? So after that, I've been trying to, not get them done, do it myself, but I'm learning. I'm not that perfect at it, but learning makes a person better, and learning can never stop. And I'm not perfect in all the things. Like eye makeup a lot. And I used to like love makeup, when I was in my hostel time, but I didn't get to do it a lot because, we were not allowed to wear makeup and all. So I didn't, used to wear it. Now I'm gonna apply this blush. It's supposed to be to outer, inner to outer. And then a bit of chin because I like it that way. And then you're gonna take it flat like this, tap tap, and then you put it under your eye to like match it, make it smoother. And then a bit on forehead. I like a lot of blush, but not that much also. And now we are going to, well, now I'm going to be applying this eyeliner. Just like this. Oh, plus I had like the dorm I used to live in had 10 people accommodation. So all the 10, my dorm was filled. So there were like total 9 people. One, they always kept extra for like extra things to be kept or something like that. So it used to be have like that. And I remember one time, okay, one thing I'm disturbing between, I'm going to apply this maroon mascara. It's very flexible, as you can see. So it's going to give you that bushy, voluminous eyelashes. So I kind of like, back to the story. So I kind of used to, so we used to have like 10 people per dorm, but we only had 9, so there was like one extra room. However, in that bed there used to be like extra quilt or extra stuff, because the weather in Missouri used to get very cold in like winter season, and it was used to be like in summers it used to be very hot, extremely hot. So we used to have that. And if you ever leave your windows or your door open, the monkeys are gonna crash in and are gonna take all your hidden ducks. So what is duck? Ducks is actually just chips and all these junk food that we used to buy from our shop, duck shop. It was called duck shop. So you can buy ice creams, chips, and only for like 150 rupees. That used to be the amount, and you used to get a slip, and you give that to the tuck shop uncle, and then you used to like buy it, and you had to like finish all that tuck on Sunday itself. You used to get a tuck shop slip on Sunday or Saturday. It depended on your house mothers. So like our house mother used to give us on like Sunday. So we used to go, and they expected us to finish all that talk of 150 rupees. That means 7 chips packet, ice cream, and few chocolates in like a day. So it was impossible task. So we all used to like hide it. Hiding was not allowed. But you have to be rule breaker sometimes. I was not a bad kid, guys. I was just trying to make sense, because I can't eat a lot of things at once, right? So I used to like hide them. It was just not me. It was also other people who used to do that. Even our seniors used to do that. So it's not just me. So we used to hide our tuck. So I remember once there was an incident that me and my like roommates were sleeping together. So we put the mattresses down and we connected all the beds and we were sleeping together. Because it was the last week of our grade 9th, I remember. So it was before our boards in grade 10th. And we were going to go to 10th, and we were worried that, we're not going to get quality time in grade 10 because of the boards and pre-boards. So we used to do that sort. So one day we left the main door, which used to lead to the terrace, open, and even a door was open. So I wake up listening to some noises in the room, and I'm listening the drawers opening, and I'm like, who's doing that? I woke up and I see 15 of the monkeys roaming inside my like dorm, and I can't even make noise because I don't want to get bitten or like sort of anything like that. So I was kicking my friend who was sleeping right next to me. I was kicking her like this, and then she woke up to scream at me. And then when she woke up, she saw monkeys too, and she just laid back down, and she was like, "What the fuck do we do?" Sorry for slanging, but I just came out because of the situation. So I was like, "Let's not do anything. We just have to like scare them." So we're screaming from inside the blanket. That was the only option we could do. So we were doing that. And then basically we scrammed so hard that our house mother came, then the caretaker. Okay, the caretaker is basically the person who used to do our braids and sort of everything. And they all came and they helped us out in that situation. Otherwise, I don't think we would be, in that strong nature. So I'm going to be applying now fake eyelashes. So I'm going to glue them like this and leave them until these dry up, become a bit sticky. I'm going to gossip with you guys. So, hostel life is something interesting and only some people get to live it. But you need to sacrifice a lot of things. I sacrificed moments and making memories with my parents, which I regret a lot of times. But yeah, it's also that, I wouldn't get to be where I am if I didn't go to hostel. So I value those times. And I would recommend whoever's going to hostel, just give it a shot. Like if you feel that you're not able to, survive there, just don't give up so fast, because if you give up so fast, you're not gonna achieve what you wanted. Until the eyelash glue is gonna dry up, we're gonna do a lip. I've already applied, so I'm wiping my lip balm like this. But I do think there were some seniors whom I loved a lot, and there were some seniors whom I hated a lot. But you know, that's the point of hostel. You get to meet a lot of diverse people, and you get to handle people with different personalities. So you learn a lot of things, like how to communicate and how to go about things, or how to handle difficult situation in life. Like, I have been living alone. Even now, like I'm in Christ, I'm in Bangalore, and my parents are back in Punjab. And they don't get to see me as often as, other parents did with their children. My parents also sometimes kind of, maybe regret, I feel, sending me out and not having quality time with me. But I feel even they are proud of me when they feel what I've become. So I applied a red lip liner. I'm gonna apply this beige, very subtle color. It's like this. Very, it's like this. Very light toned. Gonna tap it. And now take your finger and smudge it. Smudge both of them. I'll give it this soft pink color, which I like. But for some depth, I'm gonna take the lip liner again. Apply a bit at the bottom, upper, and the middle, like this, for some depth. And then smudge the bottom and the upper. And that is how this is the lip that I'm gonna be carrying. And now let's apply my eyelashes. Well, it is difficult to be in hostel, I wouldn't lie. Would I recommend going to hostel? Yes, I would. It's an experience of its own. Not everyone can, get that. So I'm gonna apply my lashes. Not like this. You see the difference it makes in your eye? It gives you definition and depth in your eye. So we have applied our lashes. So I want to hide the lash band here. So I'm gonna take this thin eyeliner and then gonna outline a bit. Like that. Just tiny bit so it hides the lash band. like that. And I'm gonna take the mascara again and then do one more, like mix my natural lashes with my fake eyelashes. Like this. As you can see that my lip is a bit cool tone. So adding a bit of cool tone blush, I'm gonna use this on this and then apply it under my eye. Like it's gonna be a transition shade. It's gonna help with brightening. You can see the difference. It's gonna help the makeup look much more blended and together. So I'm gonna take this and then tap it here and then apply it all over my face because I don't want it to be oily. I do this step before I apply my highlighter because there are only those spots which I want them to be highlighted, you know, get highlighted. Okay, so I'm gonna apply this mix of these two highlighter with my sponge. Yeah, my sponge, because you can apply it with the sponge like this. It's very natural and very buttery. You can see the shine. It's very within the glow shine that you get. And I'm gonna take mix of these two. And you can see how pigmented it is. And then apply it on the tip of my nose. And then on the bridge of my nose like this. And then take a bit and then apply here my cupid's bow like this, and then a bit on my inner corner. So that is how I like it. And there you go. Now it's time for accessorizing. Let's accessorize. So out of this necklace, I'm gonna wear my favorite watch. You might have seen this watch quite a lot because I love this watch so much. It gives very elegant feeling. Like this. Then I'm gonna add these. And how could I forget these? I'm gonna put it behind my watch because that is how I like it. Yeah, like this. Then I'm gonna wear these hoops. I'm very bad at wearing earrings if you have not noticed it from my previous video too. Like this. And then this side. This is the first time it went in so smoothly. I'm in luck today. Yep. This. So I'm going to wear these. I want a pop of color in the outfit. So this is the final look. And I'm carrying this bag for fun, casual. So this is how the makeup turned out.